Hi guys, welcome back to new Dram Drinker.
Hang on, I was at the balls.
Oh, sorry. Hi guys, welcome back to new Dram Drinker. This video, it's my turn to watch my first ever video. If you've watched the previous video, we have recently turned 1. Yay! So we are recapping by looking back at our first ever videos. So obviously we had a laugh and took the mickey out of Ant. Now it's my turn.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine was horrendous.
It wasn't horrendous. It's a good time to reminisce and just see how far we've come. That's the whole point. But this is like really scary because I literally have not watched this video for so long.
But don't you think it's nice being able to look back on them? I mean, we're not like successful, but the channel, how we envisaged
evolved
it
so
has
much.
grown constantly from the day we started. So it's lovely to be able to look at it from a perspective of growth,
100%.
rather than like almost of a stagnant.
I think personal growth as well, and like how much we, in the community, you just know, and you just feel like I could hold my own in a whiskey conversation, even though I don't know everything. I know what I know, and I think probably when I did this video, I probably didn't know a lot. So
and I think
I have no idea what to expect.
Going back to what you were saying about the community, that don't get me wrong, I don't want to, and I'm not going to. But even if the YouTube channel ended today, as long as I kept the community that we've made around us intact, that would be fine. I think, because as much as I love doing the videos and the channel, the friends that we've made through it are probably more important to me now. So we just want to make more friends, basically. Just take the friends we've got, take them along with the ride that we're on, and make more friends, bring more people into the group, and just grow and grow and grow, and take this thing.
That's how we learn. We live it.
Take this thing to a whole new level of. And that's the thing. It used to be kind of like my focus at the start, until very recently, has always been like the subscribers. It's not even about that anymore. It's not even about like the YouTube thing. It's just about the friendships.
Are you finally on my wavelength? It's like
I mean, I always saw subscribers as the indication of how well your channel's doing, but like I said, the friends we've made and the contacts we've made and everything around that is enough. It doesn't need to be. The only reason that the channel needs to be what it is so that we can make more friends and
drink more whiskey and learn, and I love it. I love the whole experience, and I want to be good at it because I want to be able to go, I can get that. That's so exciting. I love that.
But there's nothing better than drinking whiskey with friends.
Absolutely,
So I think that's what I'm getting at. At the time when we first started, we didn't know that. I thought
we didn't know that was a thing.
Success was all about like how big the channel was, and just like how great your videos were and looked. And okay, that is an important thing, because you guys don't want to watch something
as well.
that looks
You want
terrible.
a good,
But I think. I'm going to keep on going around in circles here, but it's the community that has come out of it that's the most important thing to us now, isn't it? So anyway, that's I've waffled on enough about that. So what are we watching?
So we are watching my first video on my own, which was the Glenmorangie original review.
Can you remember the reasons why you came into it?
Oh, I can remember. I think I got to a point where I was like, this YouTube whiskey thing is taking up so much of your time, and I did not want to be a whiskey widow, and I am of the belief that you put up or shut up, and I just thought I'm just going to go along for the ride, because I had drunk whiskey before, Jack Daniels and stuff like that, and I like to drink, and I just thought, it'd be like drinking wine, it's fine. Little did I know.
I think it's the avenue that I took with regards to the editing and stuff, from my original idea or conception of the channel, the editing and everything kind of was a lot more in depth than I thought it was ever going to be. I think because like you watch people like Roy, Vin, Ralphie, and you know, that you only see. I mean, all the channels really, you see what they let you see, which is them sat in front of the camera reviewing a whiskey with a few graphics popping up and things like that, and you think, oh, that's easy enough, I can just do that. I can sit in front of a camera, talk about a whiskey, and like have a read of it first, and then like recount
until
it back
you do it
and pop up a few graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't even realise what's going on really
No.
behind the scenes,
No.
the editing and the colour corrections and the equipment they've had to buy just to get it to look that way, and the money they've already kind of spent on trying to make the videos the best that they can be, so that you guys enjoy watching them. It's so much more.
hence it took up a lot of his time,
Take
and
off
I
my hat to
became
everyone.
a whiskey widow.
Which prompted you to then either like,
and I like learning, you know, I'm that kind of person. I like to learn new stuff. I like to be a part of different communities and just enjoy new ventures, shall we say, because it keeps my interest levels up. But this one has definitely caught my interest level, and it's something we can do together, so I really like that.
And I think that's one of the reasons why New Dram Drinker is still around, because I think we might have struggled if I was recording a video then editing for the next 8 to 10 hours, and I don't think you'd have been exactly over the moon.
No, well, I wouldn't have got it. I didn't get it at the beginning. Do you know what I mean? I didn't understand the community and that I just thought whiskey was like wine. It tasted nice and it all tasted the same. I didn't understand the whole premise, but now I do. So
how little we know.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so let's crack on. We're going to watch Nicola's first ever solo video. We did
laugh all the way through it.
We did a joint live before this where I actually got completely hammered live on camera, and didn't make a fool of myself, but slowly kind of just drifted down here as the chat went on. So this is Nick's first solo review, and it's one of the first ones that was actually kind of representative of the channel now. It's got the intro in there. It's a little bit different now, it's been evolved, but it's got the intro, the music was chosen, the fonts and everything like that were chosen. There was a few pop-ups, I think. I haven't watched it back since, so I think it was about 9 months ago.
We were finding our sort of style.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to watch this one, probably a little bit more than my own, because one, it's not me on the camera, and two, I can see how my editing's evolved over the time, and if it hasn't evolved at all, then I'm going to be very disappointed.
Okay.
So
let's get into it.
Here we go, Nick's first solo video. Yeah, looks a bit more like it than it from mine. Okay, so for people who haven't watched our recent live stream, introduce yourself.
I'm Nicky. I'm married to Anthony. You know him as New Dram Drinker.
Instantly.
Very good.
You can tell that the graphic is just a stock graphic off the editing software that I use. It is the same software that I use now, to be honest, because that's where that... I know it's not iMovie or anything like that. So... it's the same software, but it's just the stock one rather than our own logos and things like that.
How blonde my hair is.
I know, yeah. The bar hasn't changed much, has it? Since there's Jameson.
There's another. That was the holiday one.
Yeah, there's a few up there. Look, with members of the Birmingham Whiskey Club there, because of the membership packs up there.
Anything else of interest?
We got a
lot of Irish still. We were still drinking a lot of Irish. Oh, whiskey. There's I don't know. Say
Dick. Yeah, you got Dick.
There's Spanish.
Dick on your head. I've Maker's Mark.
I can't believe you actually said that. But you actually said that.
Nika.
Oh, Nika from the Barrel.
So yeah, there's a few additions.
Yeah.
So there you can definitely see there's I can see in the background as well. Look, there's some the last drop coin
and
no nonsense and Aquavitae.
So we've evolved slightly, haven't we?
Yeah. So this is only 3 months later,
and that looks really packed. Actually, the bar looks very full. I think there's some samples there as well. Yeah. So it's
Yeah, is that the Whistle Pig as well? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whistle Pig, yeah. So, okay, let's carry on and see what Nick's got to offer or say. So, how long have you been drinking whiskey, would you say?
So I used to drink whiskey as a teenager, but with mixers, Jack and Coke, that kind of thing, Southern Comfort lemonade. But have recently got into whiskey because you got into whiskey.
Absolutely. So the one thing I like is that I didn't realise you did this from so early. I thought it was almost like a newer edition, the interview style.
Do you want to hear something?
I genuinely thought that was like something that happened in the last few months, to be honest.
No. That's so good. It made it easy for me. Do you know what I've noticed as well? I've got exactly the same earrings on, and I genuinely 100% did not know that's what I was wearing. But I've just looked and thought, those are the same earrings that I've got on now.
Awesome.
Meant to be.
I'm going to see if we can just turn this up a touch because it's a bit quiet. So there we go.
Would you class yourself as a typical new dram drinker?
Definitely.
God.
Drams
On
was
brand,
something
aren't I?
I've never come across before. I never drank whiskey straight. Didn't know what a Glencairn glass was. Yeah.
Okay. So, what whiskey have you chosen to drink today, and why have you chose this whiskey?
I have chosen Glenmorangie, the original.
Oh!
How clunky is that?
Not horrendously expensive whiskey, but it's a nice one. We were gifted some for Christmas, and I did try it. Couldn't drink it.
That was
Couldn't do the dram
horrendous.
thing.
It's like
a shameless little like insert.
It's like everything is the same, but just not quite as.
And do you know what?
polished.
This is you figuring out your style. So this
Yeah.
was this was our first interview style one,
Yeah.
which I probably needed. I probably needed that whole. I need you to ask me questions
Yeah.
so that I know what to
Yeah.
say. You were playing around with software, which probably wasn't the software you're having now.
No, it is the
Which-
same software.
which-
It's just I've just used all the stock things rather
Okay.
than now like we've got our own. We've
So
made
you're
our
comfortable
own, so
with
it's
stuff,
like,
yeah. So this is like I said before in the last video, you've got to do video number 1
Yeah.
to get to video number 60.
Yeah.
And you can't wait till you're perfectly ready, because the only way you get good at this kind of stuff is to do it over and over again.
Yeah.
You get the finesse.
Yeah,
you,
absolutely.
You tweak it, you improve it, you're up leveling all the time.
I'd hope that it's the.
I'm so uncomfortable. Can you see how uncomfortable I am on
Well,
camera?
You're completely out of your kind of.
Absolutely.
I've probably done.
I'd never
5
been videoed in my life like
Actually,
that.
so if this is 3 months later from when I did my video, I started doing 2 videos a week at the start,
Yeah.
which was a bit too much, so I reduced it down to 1 every Saturday. So you think about it, this is 3 months in, so I've probably done, what's that, 6 videos?
Are you doing 2 a week?
Doing 2 a week. No, 2, more than that.
Yeah.
My maths has never been the best. to be
12,
honest.
24.
24
Yeah,
videos
maybe.
up until this
Yeah.
point, maybe.
And this was my first.
Yeah,
So I'm glad I definitely needed the interview style. I
How
don't
do you
know.
feel? I think you look good on there.
Do I?
Yeah,
I'm not sure that top is the most flattering,
I don't
but
think
yeah.
you look.
I can. My energy levels are so low, though, aren't they? You can see that.
You get going.
So then, because I wanted to get into whiskey, I started having cocktails, had a couple of old fashions, and just kind of eased my way into that.
Okay. So if you've watched my videos that we did on the basics of how to drink whiskey, you've already mentioned the Glencairn glass, so we've got that right. And the next one after that,
Boing.
how to nose it. So would you say you're aware of how to nose it?
I know how to nose it. I don't always pick up on all
That's
the
fair enough.
Yeah, that's
aromas that other people do. I'm still really new to this. I still find it really tricky. But obviously it just takes practice, and I want to get good at it. So
That's perfect for this channel, because obviously we're trying to teach people how to learn how to nose it properly. So we can do that. You can go into it as fresh as some people who may be watching this video are. So go ahead and nose it, and we'll see
this.
what you get.
You know what I'm
from
getting
it.
from this? It all seems so scripted, doesn't it?
Maybe.
It's
I don't
like
know.
it feels like we talked about how it was, rather than it being
Or what
so
we were going to
natural.
say, yeah.
It seems a bit more like
Yeah.
we're running off a script.
Maybe.
And not being funny, it's not far off
No.
the same script
doesn't
that we go
flow,
to now.
does
But
it?
it's not
Yeah.
a script now,
Yeah.
it's just natural,
Yeah.
isn't it? The
Yeah.
script has evolved into natural.
I can see that I am not relaxed. Like
Yeah.
now, I would just laugh. If I was going to laugh, I was going to laugh.
Yeah.
It's not. You know what I mean? I could see there that I was so maybe concerned with doing the right
Yeah.
thing, or I'll be really interested to see what I can
Yeah.
nose and taste.
It will be interesting.
it smells nice. I know they probably can't use that word,
There's a
but
bit of a dodgy edit there as well.
I probably sat
Sweet.
for 10 minutes. Smells sweet.
there's a smell there that I can't place. It might be like a fruit.
Okay, so
A fruit, but like a light fruit.
Yeah,
So you've always been quite good, to be honest. See, I don't.
Sorry.
That's another thing. I don't give you
any time. Yeah,
at
yeah.
all. It's almost like
Yeah.
I'm trying to protect you from
Yeah,
not
I
being
get
able
that.
to nose anything.
And you were probably
But,
very aware of the pace of the video.
Yeah.
'Cause that little dodgy edit, I'm pretty sure I probably nosed for a while.
Yeah.
And it's almost like your brain goes into fight and flight.
Yeah,
So the fact that I'm like, there's a smell there I can't get. I think
Yeah.
it's fruit.
yeah,
It's like, but I did say light fruit.
Yeah.
But you know, it's that whole, and I don't have the vocabulary, do I?
No.
At that point,
and I haven't
Yeah.
got the vocabulary of editing yet because
Yeah.
I don't like
To make
the
it flow.
cuts. If I can, I have to
Yes.
really not have another option to be
Yeah.
able to try and.
You're a
find
bit more
way
relaxed
that-
about it now, aren't
that
you?
I can do a cut without people
Yeah.
realising there's a
Yes.
cut there. So it's the fact. Sometimes you have to do it. You can't
Yeah.
help it. It's just the way that you've recorded it. But I can see as new as you are in this to the whiskey, I can see my newness in the editing,
yeah.
which is
Okay,
it's quite
fine,
interesting to
yeah.
be honest. Quite interesting.
You should be picking up citrus.
Okay. I was thinking
Do you
more
find it
maybe.
easier once you know
Yeah.
what you should? Once
I
you
can
do
smell
something?
fruit, and I knew it wasn't. It's not a dark fruit. I was going to say apple. It's more like a fresh fruit.
It's saying
So maybe
scent of
citrus.
citrus, ripening peaches, and
Because that's something we wouldn't do now either. Give you the notes of what you're supposed to get before you've had chance to give your own.
Well, I think
Because
I
it's
think I did give my own,
influencing you.
but I think
But now
you
we
knew
go-
that I could.
Yeah,
didn't have anything else to give.
You're
Yeah.
going. Now you're getting that influence of the notes of what I've told
But I
you.
still quite like that because sometimes, like obviously, I drink more complex
Yeah.
whiskies as well now. I like when I say what I say and then you say, oh, and they say it's this, and sometimes I go, oh, that's
Yeah.
it, and then other times I'm like, no, still can't get that. Yeah, but I'd be more confident to say that now.
Yeah, I
whereas
think-
there, I'm probably at the point where I'm like, oh, I can't get that. Oh
Yeah,
no,
I think the difference is
grasping.
that when you've given the notes you give now, you've probably give 5 to 10 of your own notes. Then
I don't think there's that
or
many.
however many it is, it's like then what I tell you is adding on to your
Yeah,
notes already.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you've already had a good stab at it.
Yeah.
Then you're adding on. It's not kind of this video. It's more like you've kind of it's sweet.
You were
and it's-
feeding me
it's
the
sweet
words.
and it's
Yeah,
kind of
I didn't have
whatever.
the vocabulary. I
but
get
then
that.
I'm like giving
Yeah.
you what you need to know to
Yeah.
kind of push the video along.
Yeah.
cheese, and a vanilla.
I think it smells more like honey.
So you get
Sweet
you've
as
got
kind of,
yeah.
That's good because you're obviously picking up some.
I've always been
things.
fairly good.
I'd say you're better than me, to be honest, by far. I think you pick up on a lot more subtleties in it.
Some people will love this and some people will dislike it. It's just the way it goes. Okay, so you want to go into
Nice fade.
No, it wasn't.
tasting it.
I've always done that thing with my
I'll see what
finger.
Yeah,
Always.
that's your English tea finger.
Oh, see that little frown? There's definitely a little frown. Look.
Yeah,
I feel like it's coated my tongue.
yeah, you weren't quite.
It's still hard to
comfortable with it,
drink.
was you?
Yeah, really rich. There's a lot going on.
If you look on the site again, they say that
Look, that's it.
Yeah, that's all you're
it is
getting,
sweet.
isn't it?
It's
You
not
don't get
bitter,
any
it's
more
not hard to
options.
drink.
yeah.
Your frown
It's
says
almost like
differently.
Yeah,
Warm, like I say honey again, but it might be more like a caramelly.
so they're all your notes
So
are there, aren't they? They're all in the right kind of
before we pour
vicinity.
on the palate, bringing a burst of flowery fruitiness.
I feel like I'm grasping for the words.
Yeah.
Though. Like, there's no enjoyment there. It's that.
I think it's sweet.
I need to know what it
But
is.
there's something else, like a caramelly or a
Yeah,
like a honeycomb or toffee,
Yeah.
something like that.
How does the taste compare to the nosing?
But the taste is really rich. Feels really thick, like really creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pleasant.
really pleasant. Yeah.
Okay, so now you've done that, have another drink. Let that sit with you a little bit longer.
I think I took long enough as it
So about
was.
a minute after tasting, you're left with a clean and souring aftertaste.
Oh, that's
Pause
horrendous.
this. You didn't even let me say a finish. I probably didn't know what a finish was. I probably would just tasted it. Oh,
What's that all about?
Yeah.
Man, it's horrendous.
You were just putting words. It's not pretty at all. We didn't have a clue what salving meant. Yeah.
So the kind
That's you
of
reading it off some website, isn't it?
I mean the style of the video that I wanted to do is there,
Absolutely.
and it still runs
Yeah.
true today.
And you did a really good job, considering I was probably the worst. The worst sort of but do you know what I mean? I didn't have the experience
Yeah.
to be able to make the video flow.
Yeah, but,
And I think your silly cuts were because you probably had to cut, because I've
Yeah.
sat there for 5 minutes grasping
Yeah.
for a word.
And I know for a fact now that effect where you've got the grey background on a text is when you've just cut and pasted off a
okay,
website.
yeah. You haven't
I've
typed it on.
Obviously, that's their
Yes.
notes, and I've just copy and pasted it.
Did you even remember that that's what you did?
No, I know now that
Yeah.
how to not do
Yeah.
that, but I don't copy and paste off
No.
websites anyway anymore. But it
doesn't even look good, does it?
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh God, I tell you, oh, God, it's painful to watch some of
Yeah, I would
this.
say
Is
the orange is there, but only because I know you've told me it's there.
Yeah.
I
That
wouldn't
as
pick
much
it
as
out,
oh,
but yeah, there's an
horrendous.
orange.
I don't look at the camera at all either, do I?
I don't necessarily find that like
Yeah.
that doesn't
After
bother me though,
taste.
because you're just searching,
No,
aren't
no,
you?
no,
You're
not
looking
at
for,
No.
you're trying to, you know, when they say you,
Yeah,
let's pause
No,
it.
no.
You know, when they say that you look off to your right or left, you're accessing your
Yes, your
your
memories.
All
Yeah.
you're doing there is
Yeah.
just looking away to try and
Yeah,
kind of give
suppose.
yourself time to
There's
nose
no
it.
burn with that one.
Right.
I haven't had any. Sometimes you have a whiskey when you're inexperienced, and you get all you can taste is the alcohol, and it's
Yeah.
that burn. Haven't had any of that. It's like it feels creamy.
Right. Would you say it was a pleasant
Yeah,
whiskey to drink?
100%.
Yeah. Would you recommend it to a starter?
still hear the dogs,
whiskey
can't you?
drinker?
Yeah.
Yes, I think because it's fairly sweet, so it's not unpleasant. I don't have a sweet tooth, but I think you need a sweetness in a whiskey, because otherwise you just get the burn, don't you? It's, and I think it's quite an easy one to drink, in my opinion. That we've got lots of others that I absolutely.
Would you say you drink a whiskey and get the burn? No.
I have done, but I would know that was because it was probably a really high proof.
ABV,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
the reason
I would know,
now,
yeah.
rather than just
And-
putting it down to whiskey.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call it the burn now. I'd say it's really spirity. You get that initial, and sometimes, especially and quite often in very new whiskies, you can taste the spirit, and then the flavours aren't. Like when you have a really nice old
Yeah.
matured whiskey, you get all those lovely flavours, and they can be still high ABV, but if they're really old, they're still
Yeah.
so easy to drink.
And you'd
yeah.
probably pop the cork and poured it and drank it straight away
Yes.
without letting it breathe
Yes,
or anything like that.
yes,
So it's
yes.
it all plays a part,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
I not drink at all, and I've tried a few times. It didn't take long to get to that point. I would say, for me, that's like an entry level. It
Yeah.
feels.
Would you
okay.
say from the nose into the finish, is it a whiskey that is quite what's the word I'm looking for? It just stays on that same
Yeah, it's a
level.
beautiful
I've never
journey.
found the word I was looking
for. Oh, I'd
no.
say the taste is probably stronger than the nosing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nosing is lovely.
Did the
taste is
taste-
really
See,
creamy.
It'd be palate now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say taste.
Yeah, yeah,
You'd call it palate.
yeah, yeah.
It's all little
And
things,
then
isn't
the
it?
aftertaste is not unpleasant.
Aftertaste.
It's just
Aftertaste.
lovely.
Not the finish.
And it's not wrong, but it's like it's just not what you call it
Because I
now,
think
is
now
it?
that I can feel the taste was more citrusy. The nosing was sweet, and I felt like there was I thought apples or pears or something fresher, fruity, but the tasting was thicker and creamier, vanilla-y, and I knew I could taste the orange when you said
Yeah.
there was orange in it. I wouldn't have picked it up, and just the aftertaste. It just lingers in a pleasant way. It's like a solid drink, good
So
solid drink.
Good
If you were
solid
trying
drink.
to learn how to nose and taste whiskey, do you think it's best to look up what they reckon you should pick up before you drink it?
Ooh, what do we think she says? Yeah, because what would you say now?
I see now. I would give it a go first, genuinely, and then, like I said, obviously my vocabulary is a bit more experienced now,
and your nose has grown, hasn't it? You can Pinocchio time. No, but you know, you've got better at nosing whiskey and tasting it.
Yeah, because your memories are there, aren't they? I think, but I still enjoy when somebody gives you a nosing, like a notes for it, or you read on the website. I like it because sometimes I go, oh yes, or I might think that's really fruity, but I'm not quite sure what kind of fruit it is, and then they say a fruit.
The question I'm asking you on here is, do you think it's better to know those notes before you do your own?
I would not want that now. I would want to see what I could find, and then I'm happy to hear them or read them or whatever, because I think that's how you grow. And so many times I've said to you in videos, oh, there's a bit of something, there's a tang, and I don't know what it is, and I've been searching, and then you'll say something and I'll go, do you know, I think that's what it is, or oh yeah, that's what it is.
You've had it so many times where you've gone, there's something there, I can't quite put it, and it's like that one we did with Gregoire, wasn't it? And he's like a legend when it comes to like nosing, tasting whiskies. And we had the lot 40 in a private tasting with him.
It was beautiful.
And you came up with the nose,
and he couldn't get it.
He hadn't never got what was it? Lychees.
I think it was the taste, actually.
It was the taste.
Because to me, I eat lychees. It was the most obvious. Easy, like you know, when you've had whiskies and there's banana, and you're like, oh my days, that's banana. It was so easy for me.
But he could never
he could never put his finger on it. And as soon as I said it,
he got it. So it's like,
it's only what you know. You know what you know, don't you?
I think there's definitely a place. Like I said, we wouldn't have done a whole series on it if there wasn't a place for other people's notes within your own. But I think you're right in what you're saying. You shouldn't know them before you go in.
But I can say that as having the confidence to say, I don't know what this is, or I'm not getting a lot. Whereas early on, like you said before, you feel like you need to get everything. There's 6 flavours, and you feel like if you don't get the 6 flavours, you're a failure. I think as well. So like that, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, fruits. And I probably could tell dried fruits and light fruits, whereas now I would know a few more, and I would have the vocabulary to go. Even if I couldn't pinpoint the specific fruit, I would maybe know this is berries, or this is dried fruits, or this is citrus, or this is really pale light fruits, or these are like really tropical fruits. There's so many different elements to the word fruits, whereas there I didn't have that at all.
But do you still feel you've got a long way to go?
Oh God, yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So what do you think you're going to say here?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
I think you're going to say that yes.
I like to know because it's a confidence thing.
I think you will, definitely.
Let's see.
Go it alone first, and then.
Yeah, I like to do a bit of both. So I like to taste it, because obviously apples don't taste like apples in whiskey, so you have to like memorise the pattern almost, or whatever it is. But so I like to nose it and taste it without reading it, because then there's always 1 or 2 things.
Okay, so you're pretty much on there. I thought you were going to say the opposite, to be honest.
You get good at thinking.
I want to be good at it. That's what it was. I wanted to be good at it.
Rich, or this is creamy, or this is really fruity. Even if you can't pick the specifics out, so that has come. I find that easier. So then when I read it and have another taste, I could pick out the orange when you told me there was orange in it. If that makes sense. So I think that's how you learn, and it's about
I agree.
Picking up on those tastes in a different whiskey.
I think I knew my limitations.
I think there's a massive difference between using someone's notes to learn from them and then using someone's notes to influence what you're tasting.
To like fake it or something.
I think there's a definite kind of. And that's what we're still doing today, isn't it? That's, like I say, it's that whole series of using other people's notes. That's what it's about.
Because we're excited to learn. And I think because we would see ourselves as very authentic people, just in our everyday life, we're not fake in that way. I'm never, ever, ever going to say in a video, oh yes, I can taste the dark chocolate or whatever, if I cannot.
Just because you know you're
because
supposed to.
I know I'm supposed to. But if you say there's dark chocolate in there, and I go, oh, that might be what I can taste. I'm really comfortable in that, but I'm never going to fake it.
I would rather do a video and look stupid or unknowledgeable,
or pick the one thing out
and
that you
have people in the comments
can
expand on what I've said to help me out, because that's what the channel is.
I'm quite happy that really early on I still had that. I was still very much, I want to learn.
Yeah.
I want to get good at this, and I always felt that, not because I want to be good at it and be good at it, because I find it exciting. I just love learning anyway. I'm a seasoned, like, I go and take a random course at the college because I like to learn stuff. But I like that I knew my limitations. I wasn't worried about saying I don't know that, because you only know what you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's crack on.
So here on New Dram Drinker, we're going to rate the whiskies. I don't really want to say it's a review because it's just our opinion.
Because we weren't good enough.
But we're reviewing it from a New Dram Drinker's point of view, which is always been the case.
You can just give your opinion on it. So we're going to rate it on a bronze, silver, gold or epiphany whiskey.
We didn't have a rubbish rating in.
Epiphany whiskey is used a lot on YouTube, and I think it's just a whiskey. To us, epiphany whiskey is a whiskey that blows you away.
I think I've only ever given one epiphany, haven't
you
I?
expected it to be.
Oh, was it?
And a lot forte.
And I think it's a whiskey that you'd probably always have on your shelf. So what would you give this? Would you give it a bronze, silver, gold or epiphany?
I'd probably go for a silver, purely because
That went too bad.
it was a surprise how easy it was to drink, and it's for me. When we finish this bottle, we will buy another bottle. I would be happy to replace.
Strange thing, we never have.
We never have.
But there's so many others.
We've never bought a Glenmorangie original.
Yeah, we've
We've got
others.
other Glenmorangies, and I think that's
because
probably
we have got the Signet up there, haven't we? Yeah.
I think as well for us, a Glenmorangie original is lovely and it's a good price. But I think in that price range, there's so many other good ones.
I think we just explored rather than
and I
buying
think
the same.
we'll stay with the brand.
We haven't bought many twice, to be honest, have we? The only ones we've ever bought twice were ones that were for cocktails. So, like, I've liked a Lafroig in a cocktail, so I've bought a few bottles of that because I tend to use it. But
I think as well,
they're not experienced whiskies, if you know what I mean.
No.
I'm not buying them to
Sip them
forward
and
the journey. I know it goes well in that
Yeah.
drink, so I've kind of bought it for that drink. It's not to push our journey.
I think as
forward.
well, we often have conversations about whiskies that we haven't bought again, but that we would buy again. And I would say Glenmorangie La Santa comes up a lot, but the original doesn't.
But then we want to explore the whole range, don't we? Which we haven't got around to.
I want Spios and the Quinton Rubin
feel like
and all
kind
those.
Of almost like
surpassed
jumped
it a little
over
bit.
them. Not surpassed it is probably the wrong word. Just kind of moved away from it because.
If you said to me,
I don't know why, to be honest,
I've got 40 quid, pick a whiskey, that probably wouldn't be the whiskey I would run for at all.
There's plenty, isn't there? There's just too many, isn't
but
there?
The brand itself, definitely.
We're not,
I still love it, but we've moved on.
Stuck on a brand at the moment.
No.
We haven't been yet, have we?
No.
Really?
And I think because our palates have evolved, so I'm really into like port finishes. I've even moved on from sherry. It's definitely port now.
I'd rather buy something I've never had before, just on the off chance that it might be the nicest one I've ever had.
Yeah, maybe.
Because all that tealing that we had that was in the shopping.
There's so many whiskies that you guys have recommended, and I genuinely mean this.
Ridiculous.
They're on my phone. We have a wish list. Every time somebody comments or you see something on Instagram and they say, "Oh, this is a great blah blah blah,"
or a sample. We have a sample.
I'm more likely to go, "Oh, let's try this one," than repeat.
Yeah.
But we have had conversations. There are whiskies that we're like, "Oh, if we had a free £40 and just easy money, we would buy X, Y, and Z again." Yeah.
But as of yet, no more Glenmorangie.
It's silver, as in it's a great whiskey. You enjoy it.
It is a really good whiskey. It's not blown me away, and I've had nicer whiskies since. But
very
for
honest of me.
I'm always going to have a little soft spot for the Glenmorangie original.
So in that case, if you're at the very start of your journey and you tried this and liked it, it could actually be a gold for you, because if you've never tried other whiskies, if you're at the very start of your journey, you could try this whiskey.
What are you trying to say?
No idea.
The whiskey.
I've said silver.
I'm trying to
Listen to me. I've said silver.
I'm trying to say that because
For some
you're
people.
further down. I don't know what I'm trying. I'm just trying to say that. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to be nice.
We're trying to fill time.
And I think it's because I said that it was the whiskey that started me on my journey.
So if Glenmorangie were watching...
No. I think what I'm saying is that it was the whiskey that started me on my
Oh,
journey. So
okay.
to me, it was probably a gold.
Yes, I got you.
And
I gave it a
I
silver.
was maybe trying to. I was probably
Yeah.
wrongfully trying to influence and trying to bring in the fact that it could be a gold for a reason that wasn't really a valid.
But we've
valid
said
reason.
it. I've said it definitely has a soft spot, and it
Yeah.
always is going to be
Yeah.
my first.
I think it's because
whiskey
I
as
think
such.
from what I would say, I wouldn't give it a gold now.
No.
Then it was
Yeah.
probably still at the forefront of
Yeah.
my whiskey start.
Yes, I
so
get
I was
that.
probably a bit like, oh, come on.
You get that
We can get-
romanticism, don't
we
you?
can get a bit more out of
Yeah.
here. We'll try and like push you to a gold, but
Did I hold my own?
yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to try and change your mind. I was just
probably
trying to
agree,
say
yeah,
that.
it's a silver. Because it's a lovely whiskey
I have
to
had
start
nicer
with,
whiskies
but there are
since,
nicer
yes.
whiskies out there.
Redbreast on the
Um,
shelf, which is one.
Would you say there's another whiskey
Lister.
that you would try directly after that,
Lister.
or a style of whiskey
If we're
to
keeping in ease and sweetness, I've tried a couple of other Glenmorangies
There
that
you
were
go.
just as
I
sweet.
needed to say that.
Nectar d'Or.
Oh,
and
Nectar
Santa.
d'Or.
Ah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
Nectar
yeah.
d'Or.
was really lovely.
Santa.
Spiel.
Santa,
Yeah.
yeah. So any of those are
They must have been
quali-
sampled.
good
They haven't
quality
had
ones.
bottles.
I would
No, no.
happily
La Santa we
drink
bought.
any of
Santa,
those
yeah,
if
but
they
not-
didn't
Yeah.
have anything else.
Nectar
in
d'Or was a
bar.
sample.
Not Spear.
Spios I had in a bar.
Something else that's easy or similar.
Would you say Irish?
Irish, yeah. I think Irish. I was thinking
Any Irish? Green spot?
Green spot and redbreast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Are
on the
Still
same
good.
kind of
same.
Yeah,
similar.
I'd still
yeah.
pick those now
Yeah.
properly.
Sweet.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
So Redbreast is
Yeah.
probably a
that's
bit
definitely
better.
probably
Yeah,
up there as
they're
well.
not harsh.
The
The
Lestag.
Lister.
So overall, silver.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a dodgy cut, wasn't it?
Thank you guys for watching. We'll get on to the next review.
Oh, do it.
or tasting.
Do
Do I do it?
If you buy a bottle
Do
of
it.
Orange,
Come on.
Do it.
enjoy it. And
Come on.
Show us on Instagram and tag us.
And we
do
will
it.
see you again soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh! And do you know what? Do you know what? I probably had whiskey in my glass. I had
Yeah.
like 2 sips. It's like now I'm halfway through the video and I think, oh, I've finished this.
I wonder how many videos in it took us to start doing that.
Pour it, drink it, enjoy it. That's so funny. I didn't even know that.
Oh, fails.
We're so on brand now.
Oh, yeah, we're just so corporate. So yeah, I mean that was
It was alright,
yours is
wasn't
better
it?
than mine,
Oh,
to
I
be
don't know.
honest.
I couldn't waffle. I didn't have the knowledge to waffle.
How do you find watching yourself back?
Cringy,
Did it?
definitely cringy.
See, I had the double whammy there because like.
Are you
I had the
editing?
editing
Yeah.
dodginess going on
Yeah,
as well.
I get
So
that.
I've had a double whammy there
Yeah.
of my video just watching myself
Yeah.
and then the editing.
I think for me, you can see my inexperience. I'm not saying it was a bad thing at all because I was where I was at that time. I like, and some days I still think, oh, I'm really struggling to find something, or what am I smelling here? When obviously I'm pouring it, drinking it, enjoying it with friends, we are taking our time. We are trying to really like elevate our knowledge here.
Yeah.
So we will drink that dram, whatever dram we're reviewing, a few days. I like that, but some days I still think, oh, I'm really struggling here, or what is that sweetness, or is it a sweet? Is it an artificial sweet? Is it a sugary sweet? You still go through that, but I think I have a better process now.
Yeah, and I think like we've been doing the tweet tastings recently, and some days I'm switched on with that,
Yeah.
and I can get loads, and it's kind of just flowing,
Yeah,
and there's so much
Yeah.
coming through. And then other times it can be just
Yeah.
a bit.
because you're drinking 4 whiskies, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah, and
bang.
you had like
Yeah,
the Mara one. I think it was 6 or 8,
Yeah.
was it? And it was like by the
Yeah.
end of it, you kind of
you just
a
get
bit
like nose
blind,
blindness. Yeah,
So it was like at the festival, wasn't it? This weekend,
Yeah.
it was kind of like we had to have a break at some point because
Yeah.
you just kind of everything's just merging into
Yeah.
one. And I think that's why I don't like to do a lot of videos
No.
in one go because
Yeah.
we tend to do one, release one,
yeah.
2 at the max,
Yeah.
and just
I think we've got to the point now where we understand the sitting with your whiskey. Like, it's not a whiskey to drink it, taste it, or get drunk or whatever it is. We are at the point now where you savour a whiskey. A
Yeah.
whiskey at the end of the night is a really enjoyable
treat.
experience. Yeah,
it is a treat.
Yeah.
I mean, for anyone to have the amount of whiskies that we've all got on our shelves, whether it's you, us, that's a major
Yeah.
treat, isn't it? That
Yeah.
we've got that much choice,
Yeah.
that much that we can
Yeah.
just come home from work on a night,
Yeah.
sit down, go to our own
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
For the
make
pure
ourselves a
enjoyment
drink,
of it,
and
yeah.
not everyone can do that.
No.
It is
Yeah.
a bonus.
Yeah. But I think
it's a
that's the point we're at, rather than you just drink it, you don't notice it. And I
it's
think
not
that's what I've noticed in that video
it's
today.
not
My naivety a little bit.
not a pour it down your neck drink, is it? Like
That's
my
not a
dad
mantra.
used to. No, but like my dad, when he used to drink whiskey, I never really knew or got the impression it was to enjoy it. It was
just
more
to
just a
drink it.
drink.
Yeah, I get that.
If he wasn't having a pint or something, he would
Yeah,
have a
I
whiskey
get that. Yeah.
he'd mixed with orange and ginger ale, which is a lovely drink. But I never had the idea that it was to enjoy the whiskey.
Yeah.
It was just a drink. It
Yeah.
might as well have been a can
Could
of
have been
Fanta.
anything, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's where we are now. That's what we struggle to try and get across to people who aren't into
Yeah.
whiskey, that it's a lifestyle.
It's a bigger deal than
It's
just
more than just whiskey. There's so much more going on around it. It's just
Yeah.
giving it the time,
Yeah.
sitting there having a conversation about it. There's so much more.
So I didn't think it was an awful video, but I could see my inexperience, shall we say. Not that I'm the most experienced now, but I can see how far I've
But
come
you was
now.
inexperienced at presenting
Yeah.
and drinking.
Yeah, clearly uncomfortable.
So you'd got a lot of things going on,
Yeah.
and I'd probably obviously
And I'd got really crap graphics going over the top.
and I was probably trying to think more about the editing, thinking about
Yeah.
trying to get you
Yeah.
to this and that and moving you forward.
So we have relaxed a lot.
worrying that the video is
Yeah.
going to be over 15 minutes long, which we don't really worry about now, do we?
No, it's very-
But it
Yeah.
was good. I think
It's
you
good.
did well, to be honest. And you're still
Thank you.
getting better. So hopefully in another year's time, when we do
Oh my
2,
god, yeah.
it will be night
Phenomenal.
and day. Because we have got plans for the channel.
Yeah.
Not too sure when they're going to happen yet,
No.
but we've got ideas, plans,
Yeah.
plenty of fresh ideas.
I think we've had a great 12 months. I think, just the whole branding of us, and like going to the festivals and meeting people. We're part of a few whiskey sort of clubs now
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just so much fun. Like
Yeah.
we literally are still, and we couldn't do it. We wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it.
No,
but
definitely
like it's fun, and we enjoy it. And as long as we still like doing it, we're going to do it, aren't
We
we?
will.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
This is our last. Oh, I'm out.
I was going to say, have you got anything
This
in your
is
glass?
our last video
Yeah.
for our birthday
Yeah.
celebration.
We just wanted to look at our old ones again.
We want to say thank you to
Yeah.
everyone who
Yeah.
has supported us over the last year. We genuinely cannot thank you enough.
Couldn't do without you.
Couldn't do it without you. No, it wouldn't be worth doing without you,
Mm.
because it's just, that's what it's all about, the community. And I think that's the biggest thing we've learned.
Yeah.
Like we said,
Good fun.
it's just all about the community now. That's the
Mm.
be all and end all. Keep commenting on the videos. Keep letting us know what you like, don't like, all different
Recommend
things,
stuff, because we love it.
recommendations and things like that. So just keep on going.
You have to, even though you've got nothing in your glass, you have
we've got
to
it,
say
haven't
it,
we?
yeah, because we failed so miserably earlier.
Yeah. Did you do it on the last one? We did, didn't we?
Yeah,
I
because
think-
I
I
left you
hope so,
hanging. I
otherwise we
think.
look
I think I left
terribly-
him hanging. He was
Yeah.
expecting
I
me
was
to,
expecting a chink,
and I
but
didn't.
yeah, hey. Pour it, drink
Drink
it,
it,
enjoy
enjoy
it. Cheers, guys.